Well, good morning, you guys. A story all about reclaiming your identity outside of an infamous relationship. That's what happens in Six, the musical, on stage at Bass Concert Hall this week. And joining us now is actress Emma Elizabeth Smith, who plays Katherine at Aragon. Good morning. How are you?
I'm so great. Thank you.
Of course, we're excited to have you here. So, okay. Six. This is such an interesting concept. If people are not familiar, kind of give us the skinny on what Six is about.
Yeah, so Six essentially is a pop concert retelling the story of Henry VIII's 6 wives. It is fast-paced. It is 90 minutes. You're in and you're out. And I like to say it's Spice Girls meets Power Rangers. Everyone is their own individual identity. The costumes are color coordinated and very individualized, which is super exciting. It is just a fun time.
My wife and I saw the show last night, and I think you just said it so perfectly, because what I love is we really get time with each character, which I think is interesting. You don't always get that in a show. Everyone gets their time to shine. And as I mentioned, you play Katherine of Aragon, the first wife. And so what has this role meant to you, and maybe what attracted you to this role initially?
I think her strength is really something I always go back to. She's known as the warrior queen, actually, and her costume is actually based off of an armor that was during the time, which is really cool. And she just demands respect, and I really found that in myself through this character. And I think every night having the weight of keeping the show moving forward and starting it off and setting the tone is really, really exciting. I've just loved doing the role. I think all of her scene work and the banter she has, especially with Anne Boleyn's character, is so fun.
It is fun.
She's just a good time. She doesn't play. She doesn't let a lot of stuff slide either.
And she's the one from Spain, right? Okay, so did you feel did you do any kind of research on maybe what her background would have been like at the time to kind of get that Spanish influence?
I think mainly the thing is that her Catholicism was huge, and that influence and how Anne came in and really was shifting that. And that is the main thing that kept her so popular within the country, is that everyone wanted to be under the Catholic Church, but Henry wanted Anne more. But she was still remained the most popular by the people, which I think is a testament to her character.
Which I think is so cool. And to be able to stand in your own strength like that, I think is really huge. Now, I was talking to you about this before the show, but something I really love about Six is that it's an all-female cast and all-female band. So for you, what's that experience like? Because I was saying, to be in your 20s and get to be part of that experience, I gotta imagine it's pretty special.
It's so different. It's so unique. And I think the intimacy of our companies, there's being 4 band members and then 10 total in the cast, including our amazing alternates. It's really cool to see not only all these different women stepping into these characters, but also what each person brings to the role when they step in, especially the alts who cover up to 3 different queens. Each one is just a totally different version.
3 different queens? That's crazy.
So I don't even know how their brains function. I really could never. They make the world go round. But it's really cool to have your moment and really share your story, but then also the importance of backing up other women and sharing their stories, and how we switch throughout the show in supporting each other through storytelling. It's really cool.
Tell me a little about prepping for the vocals of this show, because it is such a range, and you guys go from really high intensity to more kind of ballad-like, if you will, and everything in between. And as I said, everyone gets their own song, but then you also do a lot of backing vocals. It's it's a marathon, I feel like, of vocals for a singer.
For sure. It's so fun. I love the music. The music obviously is incredible. We have a music supervisor. Her name is Roberta, and she just works magic with us. A lot of it is about blending and listening, but we wear in-ears on stage because it is so loud. So we have raw feed of everyone's vocals, and fortunately it's mixed really well, so it sounds nicer to us. But it's definitely a cool way to switch between styles. But I have a lot of fun with it. I think when it comes to the preparation, I would say it really is about consistency and getting your reps in. That's what we call it. We drill the show. It is a machine. Once you get on the roller coaster, it doesn't stop. So
that's a great way to put it. Well, because on top of the vocals, it's also very high intense dancing the entire time. Was that something that you were nervous about, or is dancing
for sure
natural for you? How does that kind of work, I guess?
I mean, I trained in dance in school, but singing and acting was definitely more so my comfort place. However, like this show has really pushed me to really fall in love with dancing in that way, which I never thought I would say.
Yeah.
And I think there's part with like being in the ensemble with it. Like I love doing ensemble dancing. Like don't make me do a solo, but I love it. But it's funny too that like my song out of all the queens is like the one with like all these dance breaks. I'm like, of course. Yeah. So yeah, like that's been fun, but like I wore like a weighted vest in rehearsals because my costume is pretty heavy, so like training for that. My costume also eats up a lot of like movement that I would have like in my rehearsal clothes. So that was an adjustment, but yeah, the dance is super fun and also a variety of styles throughout the show.
Right, but safe to say this role's probably pushed you outside of your comfort zone in a lot of
Beyond,
ways.
I mean, it really has pushed me in every direction, and yeah, that's where like building up my stamina for my song, because when I'm not singing, I'm dancing and like learning where and when to breathe and also being in plastic, you know? It's crazy.
Yeah, lots of things happening at once.
Totally.
Yeah, and I'm like not a multitasker at all, so that would be hard for me. Now, real quick, we know that you're a Texas State grad, so what's it like for you being back in Central Texas getting to perform?
It's incredible. I can't believe it. I used to walk on the treadmill at the Rec in Texas State and watch Six and like just dream of being in the show, and so to be back here doing this show specifically, it really is so special. I can't believe it. I still pinch myself every day going to work that this is my life. So it's really a blessing. But yeah, I love it here. I'm so happy and I'm so grateful to see people from my program, see faculty, and just celebrate with them. And I get to go to San Marcos on Friday and hang out with the kids.
That's so exciting. Well, it's a great role that you play. It's a great show. Emma, thank you so much for taking the time to be here. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
And you have until Sunday to see the show. So for more information and tickets to Six, visit BroadwayInAustin.com.